This is Paul. Yeah. I wanted to mention, yes, mm, that it's 4:30. Yeah. And I have approximately 2 hours. And there's a concept called risk, RISK. And I think we need to look at it because it seems that you don't believe that there's any risk at all. Yes. In fabricating evidence. In having court hearings without any proof of service. Yes. False arrest and false imprisonment. And then there's the fraudulent testimony. Yeah. And the idea that states don't have any risk for any knowledge of any of this. Yes. But whenever you get rewarded for violating the laws, yes, any compensation, bribery, or anything else of value, yes, there's always a risk that you get prosecuted, yeah, for your knowledge of crime. Now, I just looked online and it seems that the Quilcene basketball team's really not doing that good this year. Yes. And it's probably not for lack of effort. But there is the risk management pools of the school districts. Yes. And when I had emailed law enforcement, in fact, today I emailed you, and you said, well, we're sorry, Paul. Yeah. We're just not going to do what the law says. We're just not going to do it. Yes. You can yell your head off. You can make hundreds of videos a day. Yes. But we do not see any risk in what we're doing. Now, I see a risk. Yes. I see the risk of issuing a protection order where I didn't get any notice of court hearings. I see the risk of using forgeries of Heidi Lee Budner. Yep. I see a risk of using the forgery of the ex officio Superior Court clerk. I see the risk of you fraudulently arresting me right now. And then you absolutely refuse to admit the evidence that proves that I am innocent of any crimes. Yes. Now, as a corrupt police department, you have to carefully consider your risk in that you refuse, yes, to enforce the actual laws of the United States. Yes. Now, there's what's known as restitution. We'll get to risk in just a second. Yes. The action of restoring or giving back something to its proper owner, or making reparation to one for loss of or injury previously inflicted. Now, the Mandatory Restoration Act, yes, would require you to replace 8 years, 5 months, and approximately 20 days of my parenting right now. It's expensive. I just documented $90 billion a year in available water. Yes. Not including the electricity that could be sold and the salt that could be sold. Yes. Now you're working with an individual that has documented innovations, yes, that will produce over $100 billion a year of income. And you, as a police department, don't feel, yes, as if there's any risk. You can sit there every day, yes, and you can say, well, this dissolution of marriage was legal. But I didn't get any notice of the settlement conference setting hearing, no, on December 31st of 2012. I didn't get any notice of the motion hearing for the temporary parenting plan. Temporary order for child support. I didn't get any notice for the non-jury trial. I didn't get a copy of the decree of dissolution of marriage. I didn't get any of those things. And then I wasn't even a resident of the state of Washington when you issued this protection order. I was a resident of Guam. Yes. And then you renewed it for the false accusation. Now, you as a court, you do not believe that you have any risk in any of the knowledge that you have right now. You do. You're actually working with an individual that could, without a doubt, make $100 billion a year. Yes. Now, When you think about restoring the restitution, yes, of the injury of your court orders, yes, you're going to have to pay me for the loss of my income. And since I documented this 3.5 years ago, yes, you did. You've been sitting there obstructing justice, yes, obstructing the administration of government, yes, because of your fraud.